I got started officiating when I went to Bay Minette at regionals. Sydney James, an official at the time, would tell me, you look like an official because you work the three-person rotation just like me. He then went on to say, I was quite impressed, Faye, and I really like the way you work. I started out with BBOA and later transitioned to JEFCO. JEFCO afforded me the opportunity to work all the boys' regional games with no restrictions, in addition to continuing my contributions to the SWAC conference. During my BBOA days, I didn't work male games as they thought I just couldn't handle it. Not until I met Sydney James. He invited me to a SWAC school where I visited Jackson State University, and guess what? I got in for the first time. Sydney James later introduced me to the coordinator over basketball, James Worthy. James really appreciated my skills and later extended an invite to attend another camp where the staff were working. Now, because I had a prior commitment and very dedicated to what I do and the people I serve, I had to keep my promise, which he later excused me from the camp because he knew how serious I was regarding SWAC and I wanted to show that I was ready. I recall Bob Harris, a supervisor official out of Huntsville, put me in a 4A boys championship game. He thoroughly enjoyed working alongside women officials, a leader for inclusivity. And for that, I established great respect and developed a lifetime friendship. When I hit that court, my goal was to never let anyone beat me to the end of the line, and I worked hard. It really wasn't about proving myself to anyone. However, I believed in making a difference and being the best at what I put my mind to. I would highly suggest others to get involved in officiating because you meet people all over the country. I had the opportunity of visiting various institutions of higher learning, from Prairie View to Texas Southern, many visits to Jackson State University, and countless others. The transition from officiating at junior colleges were even greater, which moved me into bigger opportunities such as calling the Final Four. Officiating has impacted others in a tremendous effort as I had the chance to meet many students who are now coaches. I had several students in SAIC who looked up to me as they thoroughly enjoyed me calling regionals and always supported and stayed until the very end. It also allowed me to share the gospel of Christ on a more personal level. My faith goes where I go. The most gratification of officiating was the excitement to not only be the gatekeeper of the game, but having the ability to run up and down the court in this position. Giving back to the community and impacting lives of youth was very rewarding, and to see the growth change brought mere satisfaction to my heart. The greatest influential persons during my officiating career, I'd say, would be Bob Harris and Greg Brewer. They believed in me and knew I was both capable and competent of getting the job done. I truly enjoyed officiating with Bob Harris the most during my career because he worked with me on a franchise level, the National Women's Basketball League from 2000 to 2006, which I was assigned as a trainer, having a franchise player on each league. I respected and most admired his knowledge of the game and insight. He was loyal and very much committed to supporting me while working in this league. I thoroughly enjoyed working the SWAC conference because they were so hospitable. We would look forward to the snacks, towels, toiletries made available to us, just impeccable facilities and staff, and always took care of the officials, whether it was at Jackson State, Prairie View, or the like. We were taken care of, respected, Just simple acts of kindness, even down to ensuring we had food for our journey back home. Now, the trip I enjoyed the most was my flight to Texas Southern. Pristine lodging accommodations, police escorts, the royal treatment as the staff ensured I wanted for nothing. A trip I'd never forget. Now, the most embarrassing, funniest, yet memorable moments in my officiating career, I'd say would be calling a play whereby I tripped up at a basketball game. I immediately jumped back up, finished calling the play. However, I was so embarrassed. But what made it most memorable is that while it was a highly televised game, calling the wrong play, the last play, I called a foul, when in fact, it was traveling. I won't ever forget Jackson State University versus Mississippi Valley Regionals. George Evans, supervisor over the SIAC officials, he quickly put me back in the game for a teaching moment. Gosh, I thought I'd never outlive this. Commentators were eating me alive, talking about the play that Faye Wilson made. Did I learn a lot from that day? Absolutely. Have faith in yourself and never give up, even when all odds are against you, because it will only make you stronger for the next assignment ahead. Officiating, I'd say, truly made me stronger in Christ. I was fulfilled in so many areas of my life. And I'd say my ultimate goal in officiating has been accomplished, to be inducted into the Officials Sports Hall of Fame is one I dreamed of when I decided to become an official. Now, prior years, I had the honor of being inducted into the Softball Sports Hall of Fame. The importance my family played during my officiating career, it meant everything. I recall my mother driving me to Jackson State. Believe it or not, she drove halfway and I did the rest. She always enjoyed the halftime show just to see the baby tigers and then the big tigers. But it also gave her an opportunity to meet new people. She met no strangers, and you instantly became her family. My mother took several trips with me. You know, my family is very important because they've always been supportive. I call and say, I'm on my way home, whether it was 2 or 4 hours, and they'd say, be careful on the road, Faye, praying for you, or simply offer up a prayer and close in saying, call us when you arrive. Being voted on by my peers and selected to be inducted into the Alabama Sports Officials Hall of Fame means the world to me. I'm humbled, yet speechless, as I'm sure there are many qualified candidates who could have been selected. This is truly an honor, and it speaks volumes to my heart from my peers as a testament to my unwavering faith, character, values, the respect, appreciation, dedication, and heart over the years of service, working with awesome men and women of this great association. It has been so rewarding and one I will forever cherish. For this acknowledgement, I thank you.